Hey kids, Castrol Gaming here. No beating around the bush. In this video, we're going to be going over the Quinnox Stellium Purple Shotgun. And you want to farm Splash Zone. It's not a dedicated drop, but he does drop a lot of purple. So I highly recommend him as a boss to farm because he's a pushover. And it makes it so smooth. You just melt him no problem if you have some good gear here. Now I got very lucky and he dropped one for me after quite a while of farming him. And he dropped me a nice one, very basic with the energy disc underbarrel. That's the whole point of why. Look how strong it is. That's just the dot it provided, which was over 2,000 damage dot when it landed. And that's why this thing is so freaking strong. And by the way, I know people are saying, oh, use a crit knife to make it absolutely broken. I don't have a crit knife. I have yet to find one. But even without it, this thing is so, like, I don't want to say busted, but it is so strong. It's like the recursion on crack, in my opinion. Or the recursion after it got a nice juicy buff back in the day. But, yeah, you absolutely need one of this in any variety. I found a radiation one, I found a electric one, and I use both of them. And you see this mobbing here, where I showed it earlier, some easier enemies, but this one right here showing more difficult enemies that are armored, they're flying around. This badasses show up too with shields, and just to kind of showcase here, I'm alternating between two of these energy disc shotguns, taser SMG plus a underbarrel shotgun Vladoff assault rifle, just to show you kind of how well you could just swap out. You fire to the disc, swap to the next one while that one's cooling down, fire off the next one as you can see right here, and then just swap again to the taser or the shotgun and just clean up the enemies and just keep going and rotating. And it takes 20 seconds, I counted, for the energy discs to cool down. So it's not that bad once you're swapping around and you're in these fights. It goes by way quicker than you think. But I recommend a nice Malawan enhancement, whatever you want. I'm using the one that will cause status effect to effective to 3 targets, perfect for mobbing, but you use whatever you want, whatever you prefer. And you'll notice here in just a little bit, one of these flying enemies here have shields on them, right? And you need to break the shields. I noticed the discs, they just bounce right off it, so be aware of that. You need to like ricochet off a train or something like that. Don't shoot directly at it like you saw right there. That was a big mistake. You need to break it with a shotgun, something explosive, something that can tear it apart quicker here. But other than that, I'll show kind of what I'm using at the end of the video, the Malawan enhancement, kind of just the slight gear setup here. These things are just so good for early game, so if you find one, do not discard it, pick it up, use it, you will not regret it. And with that being said, that's the end of the video. Hopefully y'all liked this stuff, and catch y'all on the next one. Peace out, Cub Scouts.